Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard and welcome back to Enigmatica 2 Expert. So, today we have a base tour and a base, like a world upload also. And so we're going to spend the episode, maybe kind of a short episode, we'll see. I mean, probably not super short, maybe 30 minutes. But we're going to just tour the base. And we're starting off here where it all kind of began, which was the agriculture area. Um, we're not going to go in any particular order. We're going to start here and we're going to cover the agriculture area and then move over. And as you can see on the map, this is what we've got so far. But I kind of want to do this video to, if you're newer to the channel, you can kind of see what we've been working on in this series and kind of get caught up. Also, just kind of seeing our progress. So this is only the first 25 episodes, and we've been working on very key structures for us. We've got storage buildings, we've got magic areas, we've got agriculture areas, that kind of thing, stuff that was necessary for us. And then in the next 25 episodes, we're going to be working on a lot of like cleanup work, decor, couple more builds coming up that I've got planned, and a lot of work probably in the agriculture area and the magical area both, with different things. So anyways, over here, we've kind of got these massive farms. These are more just decorative farms, of course. We don't have all of them implemented yet, but we are doing big farms for all of the crops in the game, of course, in the pack. And we've got to do some work. We're going to be speed building out, working on these walls probably in the next 25 episodes, somewhere in there. We're going to be doing that. And doing some miscellaneous projects around the agriculture area. And then inside the windmills, these are all pretty much replicas of each other. So we'll go through one of them. Though I don't think the other three, I don't think I've put the decor stuff in yet. Like the straw and the hay bales and all that. I don't think I've gotten around to that yet. But this was actually our very first speed build. This one that we're standing in right now. This was like episode 2 or 3 or something like that. We started this and set up this little windmill area. So we kind of got these little like balcony areas that kind of walk around the full circle of the windmill. And if we head up, I mean, there's no railings up here or anything yet. We do have a peace candle. I forgot this peace candle was here, to be honest. It feels like it's been so long because, of course, we had the internet issues and the FTC issues. And this series got kind of pushed back a little bit a couple times. And, yeah, it's been a while since we first set this up. And then up here we have our manufactory where it makes great wood and our alloy furnace. Now I don't find myself using the manufactory that much for we've been working on the agriculture builds. I didn't really use it for that because I've been harvesting up so much wood that I'm just like, okay, 2 stacks of planks per stack of wood, that's fine. But these are all just windmills connected up with some LV capacitors and pumping in power. So, yeah. Let's see, over here we've got another windmill here. And let me check, but like I said, I don't think that... Yeah, I didn't really decorate on the inside of this one yet. We will be doing that soon. Just not something I ever got around to on here. And up here we have our osmium compressor and our metallurgic infuser. This is our version of tech buildings at the moment. It's pretty awesome. And then over here, we've got another one. I think this is our painting machine. No, this one is our pressurizer over here. And then the last one, we have our painting machine up here. And then down here, this is going to be all inferium crops. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do full fields for each of them. Though at the moment, this one is other stuff also. We have inferium seed tier 2s, but then we also have slate, basalt, limestone, dirt, and water for making clay, of course, for those builds over there. And then over here we have 3,836 inferium. It was actually backed up the other day, so I went ahead and made 2 more storage upgrade 5s for it. We need to start using that here soon. Because it's just pumping out inferium And I'm not really doing anything with it at the moment. It's just mostly getting voided. And then over here, I went ahead and slotted these little drawers in these sections. So, back over to here. We'll get over to those builds here in a second. But back over here, we've got to work on the roadways and stuff like that in the next, like, 25 episodes. This building here was our original... I think this was actually our second speed build that we did. Maybe. Not a very fancy structure. This and the windmills and this building here was back when we didn't really have many resources. We were poor. You could tell the forge is a little bit nicer than this building and the windmills. The windmills were like, hey, we've got cobblestone. Hey, we've got oak wood. Let's build something. But then it progressively got nicer, I think, as we got more resources. But we've got this structure here. We'll go ahead and go on the inside first. And basically it is just drawers, which I recently went through concealment key. But you could see I haven't even begun to fill this one out, and I've already built another one, of course. Because this one, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to use this one for that. And that's my chicken back here. Still kicking away. He's been here since, like, super early. I'm going to have to name tag him. And he's going to be like a pet that we keep forever. He's probably going to get moved over to the new building over there, I think. Or over in that area somewhere. But anyways, most of this building didn't get used. There was some drawers here that are used and stuff like that. And I've got a bed here. Because I camped out here a lot early on, so that's like there used to be a bed in the windmill, and is it still there? I can't remember. I don't think that it is, but let me check real quick. I don't think I saw it in here. No, because it was like right down here, if I recall correctly. So, and that's like there was a chest in the middle of all this hemp seed for a really long time. And finally caught it one day when I was working on these farms. I was like, oh yeah, I need to move that. And I got rid of it. But anyways, back over to here. If we come around to the side, you can go up these little stairs here. And you come up to this little like seating area thing going on. Which doesn't want to let me sit down. Because of reasons. It's just like, no, you don't belong on this rustic chair. Here we go. We got these little chairs here, and then there's this little room that serves no purpose, but it's just kind of here, and kind of like a little guard area or something. And then back in here was our original kitchen area, which never really got filled out. We'll get it filled out, because I do want this little kitchen area up here. But we did have kind of some little automated systems that we used a little bit. I never came through with painting blocks either. I'm gonna have to do that. I need to make a clip. Oh yeah, clipboards aren't enabled in this pack, are they? Removed due to instability issues. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look and see if there's maybe another clipboard mod, and if not, then I'll have to do something else. But anyways, this basically just feeds up materials for us for making blueberry pancakes, potato and cheese pierogies, which has been kind of our food this entire time. Not much longer will it be our food, but it is at the moment. Over here, this is the forge building, and there's a little house that sits above it that is awesomely decorated with a whole lot of nothing at the moment. I came in here the other day because I was working on those structures over there, and I didn't have a bed here yet, or there yet. So I was coming over here to sleep, and I came in this building, and I was like, oh my gosh, this building is terrible. Like, it needs to be decorated so badly. But we'll get to that. And then back in here is our forge. A little drawer area back in here. Still got a lot of space to fill out with metals and things like that. And then our Tinker's Construct smeltery. And this is our ore processing system, which uses advanced rocketry. That's just there because every once in a while I use it, but not very much. Just if I need something. And then these furnaces are automated. This one is not automated, but all powered by external heaters with power ran down from a thermoelectric generator. And then this is going to be the one thing that I'm probably never going to use, but the high oven. Probably never going to use it, but we're going to set one up here at some point. And then over here we've got our blast furnaces and our alloy kilns. This is kind of our starting forge. We're going to be building a nicer one before too long. So let me pop over here and sleep real quick. Oh, and I forgot to mention in the last episode, but you may have noticed I did get a spider trophy. So I've gotten creeper and spider just from building. So anyways, this little road here that comes through, this actually connects over to where we were before with the mystical agriculture, but this is going to be an apiary area. Right now it's just some apiaries, but we're going to be sprucing that up here soon as part of our small little build project, speed build stuff. And then over here is this building, of course, is not currently here, but this is going to be kind of the entrance to this big ag compound. And over here, this was the first, we've done the first 3 phases of this build. The first phase was our greenhouse, which is still just hanging out. We don't have it plugged up yet, but there are harvesters in place waiting to be plugged up at the moment. And it covers pretty much every kind of seed crop, rustic excluded, that's stored here. We've even got cocoa beans back there. I did slip in some jungle wood right there so that we can have cocoa beans that are harvested by our harvesters. And then over here, more Pam's crops. And then back in here, more Pam's crops, vanilla crops, melons, pumpkins, sugarcane, and cactus. And then we've got the last of the Pams. We've got wheat. We've got industrial hemp, beetroot, potatoes, carrots, rice, canola, flax, coffee, red orchid, ender lily, netherwort, and this is a spot for lotus. I just haven't managed to find any yet. So that's the plan there. And then of course these are spreaders with flare lenses. These pathways don't go anywhere yet, but they will. And it just kind of overlooks all of our crops in this big greenhouse. I was going to do multiple greenhouses, but then I decided to do one big, massive monstrosity greenhouse that is actually huge on the map. So, not as big as this building, but yeah. Now over here was our second speed build for the ag area, which is what we've been working on the last 3 episodes, was these 3 speed builds. So over in here we have all of our Pam's tree crops laid out. Enough space for each one, except I doubled up on cinnamon because I needed something else to slot over there. And then maples down here. And then over here, which these rooms are a little bit barren at the moment, but we're going to spruce them up. We have paper bark, we have cinnamon on that end, and the rest of our Pam stuff. And there are harvesters already, but they're not plugged up at the moment. And then if we continue on, both these sides go to pretty much the same place. We go up into this, and here we go. This is going to be a phytogenic insulator room, but not yet, because I don't have phytogenic insulators yet. I could probably craft them, but yeah, and my Hogwarts Gryffindor floor. So, and that's that building. We'll do a quick fly around here for this building. I actually quite like this building. It's not overly elaborate, but I do quite enjoy it. And then the most recent speed build that we did is this little structure over here. And this is kind of what's going to be our storage and some auto crafting room for our agriculture stuff. Because if you're new to the series, then you probably don't know, but one of our goals in this pack, this playthrough, which these are going to get dyed, I think. I'm still debating on color at the moment. But then we have storage back here. But one of our goals in this series is going to be to automate all the Pam's Harvest Craft. Well, actually all the food in the pack, pretty much. All the automatable food. I mean, I don't guess we can automate Hydra Chops, but just all the automatable food, especially the Pam stuff, we're going to automate it. So, and have it stocked, like 8 stacks at a time. So, just a quick tour of this room, or this building. I'm not going to go through all of it and talk about all of it. But, yeah. Because we literally just did this speed build last episode, which will have come out yesterday. So if you want to know more about this, go check that out. But yeah, so that's that building. We'll do a quick fly around. There is a little balcony area out here, and there's a balcony area out here that's a little bit more open that we didn't step out onto, but yeah. Still a lot of work to do on this building, but it's at a pretty good spot. And a lot of the work we have to do, we just have to get in there and get our hands dirty and start with it. So, then if we continue on through, this will be like the main road that leads into the main town. And actually right down here is our old house. This is where I lived for a very good period of time, actually. And this leads down to our nether portal and our mine shaft, which doesn't see a whole lot of use anymore. We will be setting up a proper mine shaft and a proper nether portal here soon. So just a heads up. Over here, I've got my really fancy water wheels and solars. Pretty awesome, I know. Now over here is kind of a work in progress build. This is actually one of our early speed builds, but it's slowly started to evolve. We started adding more things to it. But this is our Astral sorcery build area thus far. So not super elaborate. We've still got a bit of work to do up here. And this is actually missing the altar. It's over at the star field right now, which is over there. Which I could teleport, but it's just an altar, basically floating in the sky there. And then over here we have our sand and aquamarine generator that's running and kicking away. It's been running beautifully since we first set it up, and it's the one that has the water wheel kind of running there in the back. And then over here we have our smooth stone, cobblestone, hardened stone, and prosperity shard generator. It's kicking away. We have 20 prosperity shards. I need to upgrade these. I've still got just prosperous on them, just base level, base essence ingots. I need to upgrade them to like, I could probably pull off, well, realistically, I've got enough essence. I could probably pull off supremium or insanium. Do we have access to insanium on this pack? We do not. So it'd be supremium for the prosperous. And I don't think there's anything really holding us back there now. So I'll probably upgrade those after this recording, in fact. So anyways, down here we have our immersive engineering building. That's still work in progress. I've got to set up automation for a certain material to finish out the top of this that I think I want to use. But of course, this is just our metal presses. Downstairs, though, we have this area, which is a lot nicer. These lower floors are a whole lot nicer because these are actually kind of finished out, whereas that upper section is not quite finished out. So these are thermoelectrics, and they're just running on lava and liquid starlight at the moment. We could make them better, but you know, maybe one day. And then these are all just decorative pipes. That's really all this floor is just some thermoelectrics right there. And then if we head down, this is our bio setup, our biodiesel, or it's late, I'm tired. Yeah, biodiesel. Yeah, biodiesel setup. So anyways, we have our squeezer and our fermenter on these two sides here. And this is all being fed from this little system here with potatoes and hemp, which it's not running at the moment. Probably because it's backed up. It's not backed up. Why are you not running? I'll have to get back there and figure it out. Anyways, then we have this little building. I've still got to put the top on this. We got a lot of like in progress builds. Because when you start a new pack, you kind of have to like jump around a lot. Because you're like, oh, I need this. I need a storage building. I need a whatever building. You know, all this different stuff. So anyways, this is our coal generation, coal coke, creosote system that's over here, which is now obsolete. I've actually got this turned off at the moment, as you can see, because there was an update not too long ago that made it so the combiner couldn't do the coal ore like we had it, which I don't know. It was classified as duping the coal ore, but I find it silly. Because we're going to be changing the system over soon. But we're going to change it over from this system that actually, I don't know, took some effort to do, to basically a cloche with a crafter running wood seeds. And it's just going to be making charcoal with creosote. You know, Enigmatica is a pack where you pretty much have free of everything between all the OP mods that it gives you. So to be worried about coal duplication once you get up to mechanism, when you could already have magical crops doing it for you, is kind of funny. Actually, I think what we'll probably do is just cloche running coal seeds. Because I think they're a tier 2, aren't they? Yeah, they're a tier 2. So we'll just craft these, and there we go. I don't know, it's pretty much like the same thing, except just a cloche instead. Which, I know they use a lot of power, but probably about as much power as a combiner with a mechanical squeezer, to be honest with you. And up here we've got the 6 wind generators just kind of running, powering this room. Weird and Gadget, which I added to the pack to load this area. And then over here we have, let me go sleep real quick so we can make it day. I've got beds all over the place, so I'm just going to go find one. I probably should use this one. And for those of you that don't know, Enigmatica has pretty much become my pet build, or my pet project series, where we just kind of build. And I'm not at all concerned about progression. We just kind of do it whenever. Whenever we get around to it. Because we're about to start automating food, which has no quest whatsoever tied in, probably. But over here we have our storage building, which is kind of modeled after like a small, very small cathedral kind of thing. But this is our storage build. I have had some questions if we're going to have a proper cathedral, and we will. This is all from Cathedral mod. I mean, a lot of this is, which I added to the pack because it's amazing. It's amazing. It's kind of a mess in here and not much in the way of decorating. But once again, we're going to start getting to that. But lots of storage space, lots of filled out storage space too, with different things. I wanted to make it big because if you recall when we played Enigmatica before, I built that pretty big storage building, but quickly found out it was not big enough. So we're going massive on this pack right now. So might as well go massive on the storage building too. So eventually this world's probably going to be like, I'm just going to have to like not chunk load anything because it's going to be like super intensive world to run, but that's okay. I don't care. That's what it's for. It's to build big. So, and then up here we do have kind of this little walkway that steps outside and kind of cuts through. I really like this building though. Every time I come over here I'm like, I like this building. It's always such a good feeling to come over here and get your storage items. This right here is running, well, it will be running octuple compressed. It's not very fast. It could be a lot faster. It's just something to kind of run in the background while we play. And just slowly build up octuple. Because we spend so much time building on here that we'll have octuple in due time. And this all this section has to be finished out. Because this was something that we built on when we built the wall, and I haven't got it all implemented yet. So if we want to get over to the upper floor, we have to come up right here, which both sides kind of have this little balcony area that steps out, and more storage drawers up here. Peace candle here to keep mobs out of my storage building, or at least attempt to. And yeah, I think I found like 3 or 4, which they're all I think in use right now. But and then if we head over to here, we kind of have this little area that steps up to this. So, and there's like these little sections here, which there's going to be a way that you can access that. Basically, the floor is going to come around and plug in once we build out the floor up here. And then this is kind of our wall. This is going to eventually, you can see where it's kind of running off in this direction. It just hasn't been built out. These sections have been built out but have not been decorated and whatnot. And then over here, these have been built out. A lot of this is going to be covered, so I haven't built that out yet. I'm going to kind of plug into the wall. Same on that side. And if we pop up top, this top's not finished, but this is kind of what it looks like up here. So, at the moment. Still got a lot of work to do on this, too. And this took me forever already. And we still got a lot of work to do to it. So, and these are all just decorative wires. They're not doing anything. And then on this side, this is what the base looks like from the outside. So, I'm probably going to kind of put bars over that, I think, just so it feels more defended. Because this is kind of a massive wall. We're keeping something out. I don't need a glass window facing outwards. But I think with bars, I think it would be okay. That's that. And then this whole section here is kind of a town section that we're going to be working on before too long, but have not started on. A lot of different things that are going to go into here. Oh, and the outside of this is it's kind of the same on both sides, but it's just more great wood that kind of runs around. We'll probably put some like tables and chairs out here a little bit later, but okay, now on to the big build. I think this is actually the last build that we've done so far. I feel like our base is like so small at the moment, but we're only 25 episodes in, so. But this structure we've been working on. We did like 2 speed builds that focused on this structure. We still have a lot of work to do to it. It's still very, very unfinished. And you can see where this little bridge kind of comes across up there. It's going to kind of connect over. But anyways, this is going to be our magical citadel. I'm not going to fly around the entire outside because it's all kind of the same thing all the way around. But if we head on inside, I love these. These are green deck prisms put into living rock and with glowstone underneath them. So you can see the glowstone down there. It's neon glowstone. And yeah. But anyways, this is going to be kind of our magical epicenter of study. Now, granted, our tech mods in this series are going to be magic stylized, I guess, with the builds and stuff. We're going to make them feel magical. This building looks terrible on the inside. I do apologize. But anyways, this, which actually, let me turn my video settings up to fancy. That way we can see through this. So, I have it on fast right now. I've got to get a new PC ordered. If you're new to the channel, you know, I'm about to be ordering one. But, yeah. So I've got it turned on fast right now for recording purposes. But, yeah, you can kind of see through here. And we're going to be running living wood up through here, kind of like branches that kind of run up through this. And we're going to kind of have this like big grassy dome in the center of this Britannia area here. And what we've got, this is our Britannia area, and it's still very unfinished, as you can probably tell, but we did get this fountain built out. This was actually a small project that I worked on off camera. It didn't take all that long, and then I got carried away. I was actually running Terra Steel, and I built out this, and this is kind of our Elven Gateway portal here, and we have our automatic mana system, which is down here. That was a whole lot harder than it should have been to get down here. But yeah, just a little bit of automatic mana that detects the mana in the mana pools and is just powered on Endoflames. So we've got 6 Endoflames, Solignolia, for each system. Nothing too elaborate, but and then our Elven Gateway portal, which is not automated or anything yet, but eventually it will be. And then which really this mana splitter can go here soon, but I was using it to run Terra Steel and the Runic Altar. But yeah, that's about it for this room. I'm going to go ahead and set it back to fast real quick. Such a big difference between fast and fancy. And then if we head up, which the top of this is going to be opened, and luminizers will bring you up to this floor. But this floor is going to be our Thaumcraft area. A lot of Thaumcraft going on in this floor. But we've only grazed Thaumcraft so far. Basically just enough to get easy alchemy because I was needing it for a lot of stuff. Also to make V crystals because I was making tons of arcane stone and it was starting to get expensive. So having to farm it. So, and if we step out here, this is what this area looks like. You can kind of see down into these tubes, which we're going to be using before too long. There's also going to be liquid Enderium that flows through here. Or liquid ender, molten ender, whatever. That flows through here. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. And then they're going to be topped with glass, of course. And that's what it looks like from up here. Now if we head on inside, next floor up is blood magic. This is only one of our altars. I've decided that I think our other altars are going to be outside of this building. We'll have them set up in other places. But this is one of our altars that we've got in here. And a very unfinished floor. And then it steps out to this little area that kind of winds around the exterior of the building. And then if we come up again, which you can't come up through here, we're going to have a way that you can access it from the sides, but we currently don't have that. But if we come up to here, this is what the top looks like at the moment. And you can see some lightning rods. 2 of them are formed, but I haven't formed the other ones. I've got to make a lot more steel fencing, and I've got to make the capacitors, HV capacitors that go right here, because they're kind of a little bit expensive for us with where we're at the moment. But anyways, eventually that's going to be a draconic energy orb that sets right up here. Eventually, once we get up to that point. But we still got a ways to go to get there. And yeah, that's pretty much our magical citadel so far. We've still got a lot of work to do on our builds on this series. But we're trying to avoid too much in the way of temporary setups. We're trying to actually build the buildings where things go, where they belong, and put everything in its place. And so it's taking a bit of effort to get everything built out in a timely enough manner so that we can actually use it. So, but we're kind of at a point where our key buildings are done. I will say our next speed build is going to be power generation related. But then we'll get back over to the agriculture area after that, and we'll start doing a bit of decorating around the base also. That's probably going to be our focus for the next 25 episodes, is landscaping, decor, cleanup, and then also the ag building time lapses and the power generation building time lapse, and maybe a machining based building, which will be kind of more magic-y. Our power generation building is going to be very magic-y. I've got it in my head, and I think it's going to be really, really cool. But it's still going to feel like it's power gen related, but very magical in the way that it's handled, I think. So anyways, that is the base at the moment. Like I said, there will be a world download down in the description. So if you want to hop into the world, you want to check it out, feel free to do so. I will include the items in my inventory in a crate over in the storage building. I'll have it labeled with a sign and say, Asgard's inventory. And so if you want to check out any of that, you're more than welcome to. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. And welcome to the Enigmatica series. For those of you that have been here for a while and have actually sat through this whole video, I want to say thank you for the first 25 episodes. And I look forward to another 25. Well, technically it's 27 or whatever, because my numbers got mixed up and then I was already a little bit ahead. So thank you for the first 25 or 27 episodes, and I look forward to another 27 or hopefully 25. Or actually we'll probably do like 23 episodes just to make up for the difference, and make it episode 50, another world upload kind of a thing. We're going to shoot for that. I'm trying to get mixed up again. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying the build so far. I hope you guys like the tech building that's going to be coming up soon also, because I think in my head it's really cool. So I hope it turns out really cool. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay updated with when new videos come out. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.